seen him since we all went to the same church. And Lamonte, myself, and Dr. Brenda Brown. She was always straightening somebody out, wasn't she? Did you get straightened out by her too? Oh my. You gonna tell the story? I'm gonna let you tell it. Here's my phone.
Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate it. Woo! I didn't know Sydney was that funny. It is true that we all went to the same church early 90s. I think I started on Yellow Lake Me. And I think that's when I first met. She wasn't a doctor at the time, Brenda Brown. And I'm listening to you guys today talking about mental health and how important mental health is. I'm a domestic violence counselor and anger management specialist. And one thing I learned is that dark space that Cindy is talking about. So when I was in church, I used to express myself in different ways. Believe it or not, I was violent. I mean, getting in a fight with some of the ministers or having that conversation because I didn't understand how to respond to my anger and my pain. And so doing this work now, being in the business, it's easy for me to help and assist individuals because I kind of understand it. I kind of understand where it comes from. See, nobody knew that I was masking my pain. So I would act out by hanging out with the women in church and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing because the things that I thought I did well, that's what I wanted you to see. I didn't want you to see the pain. I didn't want you to see the insecurity. I didn't want you to see all the things that I was going through, the emotional abuse, being molested when I was 9 years old by cousins. I didn't want to tell you that. And so I walked around pretending. And so I wrote a book called Unveiling the Mask of the Pretender. And I had a goal for the devil. I said, well, you're not going to hold this over my head no more. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. See, one of the things I thought Barack Obama was smart. I'm going to tell you about my drug use, but I'm going to tell you about it. I ain't going to let the other side use it against me. So I was so bold, the first paragraph in the book said I preyed on women in the church. Their vulnerability was my field of choice. I would seek them out like a lion stalking his prey. This was easy because I was a minister. And I put that out there because I wanted to expose the enemy and what was going on within me so you will hold me accountable. See, it's hard to get away with stuff and everybody know your business and they watching you. So I was holding myself accountable as well. And then a lady named Brenda Brown. I was going to do some dirt that night.
Tell it.
I was going to do some dirt that night, and I had my condoms with me and everything, and this girl said, yeah, come over. I got a roommate, but it's all good. Cool, no problem. So I get to the house, and I didn't know her roommate was Evangelist Brown at the time. We still laugh about that today. And what it did was, I remember going in and I don't know where she was coming from, but she came to the room, she said, Lamont, I don't want no mess. And I got out of that house so fast. Whatever I came to do, it didn't happen with that roommate. Right? But my point is that still sneaking, still snooping, still being slick. Because I don't want to deal with my pain. What's my point? We can jump up, we can play music, we can do all of those things, but you got to get to the core root of your issue and your situation. I ended up going to therapy. I'm Dr. Dugan at the time. I ended up getting help. The pain and the stuff that I was going through, I didn't even know. So we can show up with the mask, or we can tear the Band-Aid off the wound and get the surgery done today. In this business, I deal with people in domestic violence every day. I just taught 3 classes a day before I came to this event. They're walking on eggshells. They're in fear of their lives. They're being threatened. Power and control, where you going? Got GPS on their cars. Man, what a way to live. And so I don't usually go after the victims too much. I usually deal with the perpetrators. Because I used to be a perpetrator. Verbally abusive. Power and control, emotionally controlling the situation. We won't heal, folks. You can pray till you're blue in the face, but at some point you gotta take a step. At some point you gotta move. You gotta make a decision that you're gonna heal today.